Hey, back for another Monday motivation, another Monday quote, something to get your week going, something to maybe open up a different perspective for you, something to cause you to pause and rethink what previously believed. That's why I do these. I know that I've gotten some feedback, and you guys, you're really loving this. So, last week I met with one of my good friends, coach friend, Wen. And, when we were talking, she said, Sarah, she goes, I wrote this down for myself a couple of weeks ago, and actually, you might find it um, helpful. And she says, I'm in charge, but not control. I'm in charge, but not control. Think about that for a second. Talk about like a perspective change. Talk about like a holy crap, that's brilliant kind of moment. That's exactly what I had. In charge, but not in control. And, what I take that to mean, and I would love to hear what comes to mind for you when you hear that and what are your initial thoughts. But when I heard it, and after some discussion with her, it's really about we have this need for control, right? We have this need to control really every area of our life. And when we don't, or when we feel out of control, which I hear that a lot with business, with money, with relationships, with self, right? Feeling out of control, anxiety starts to build. Things don't end up working out the way that we want them to. Frustration and overwhelm and burnout, it all starts to add up, right? And, when we really look at the fact that maybe it's not about being in control, but maybe we can look at where are we in charge. I say quite often something similar in that, focus on the journey and not the outcome, focus on the process and not the outcome. And that's very much what this is about, right? I am not in charge, or I am in charge, but not in control. And I think that really speaks to, our process, our actions, right? Um, our beliefs towards things. And when we relinquish the need for control, but we really start looking at being in charge of ourselves, man, what can change? Like, I'd venture to say so many things. So many things can change. So, my thoughts for you this week are to really look at where have you been feeling this need for control? Why do you think you need control in that area? Where have you really been taking action? Um, have you been taking action, or have you been putting it off? Have you been putting taking action off because you feel like you don't have any control in that area? Right? Think about that for a second. Wow. Think about that for a second. The inability, I wouldn't even say inability, but the the choice to not take action because you don't believe you have any control over the situation. I know I've said things like that multiple times, and I bet you have as well. So that's my question for you this week. That's my thought. My quote of the week is, I am in charge but not in control, by my friend Wen. I would love to hear your reaction. I would love to hear what comes up for you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. So post them in the comments. Let's continue the discussion there. Hope you have a beautiful Monday and a beautiful week. And I will say goodbye for now, friend.